Okay,
throw it on and get going here. Cool. Yeah, so basically that's the, I mean, I want to just catch up with you. We're with DooBeeDooBeeDoo, and like we said, like the people checking it out are going to be from all over the place, out of the country, in the country, in New York, LA, Cali, you know, all over the place.
Japan, Europe.
Yeah, all of Europe,
Okay.
Africa, North Africa too, Mali, people like that. So
Okay.
we just wanted to catch up with you and see, you know, what you had tonight, about the group tonight. What can you say about these guys and Keith? What's going on right now with that, and what you have recently and going forward to 2011?
Okay. Well, I've always really loved Arabic, Turkish, Chinese, Indian melodicisms, and wanted to incorporate that with, you know, like New York style groovers. And both of these guys are heavy. I mean, DJ on bass is from South Carolina. He's all about church. Gene Lake, when he was 10 years old, his mother sent him to the record store to get a gospel record, and he heard P-Funk in the store. He took a little left turn and showed up with, I don't know, Atomic Dog or something like that. So I like that kind of, I like the clash, you know, I guess this is maybe not a very funny analogy, but the clash of cultures.
It's a good thing.
What about your background? Because your name sounds so Polish.
Yeah. My father's from Berlin, and his ancestors are from Poland, and my mother is African American from South Carolina.
Okay.
Cool.
So that's the kind of thing I get excited about, putting these things together, and ideally, you know, the sum of the elements. I mean, the outcome is larger than the sum of the elements.
Yeah.
So, microtonal harmonies from, you know, Western microtonal harmonies and Eastern melodicisms, and these, you know, American beats.
So you had this double neck guitar, right?
Yes.
So it sounds the top
was
guitar
fretless, so I can do slides and bends and.
Is that Ibanez one?
That used to be. This is a Johann Gustafsson, Swedish builder. So I can do, you know, a lot of these microtonal, especially Arabic lines. And then the single neck was a quarter tone guitar, 24 frets per octave.
Nice.
So.
Nice. It sounded great. I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Thanks.
I was thinking of like Tonic days way back. Like I think I caught Screaming at the Torsos on a few nights.
Oh, okay.
You know, back when Tonic was still running, but I haven't been around, or I've been missing you, or not. What have you been doing as far as the past few years? Have you been in New York all this time?
Well, I've been kind of shuttling back and forth, teaching in Boston at Berkeley. I actually went back to New England Conservatory to get my master's, to actually specifically study microtonality. And for 2 years, I studied with a Turkish harp player and an Indian sitar player, and also briefly with a Chinese, like zither or guzheng player. Nice. So I really wanted to, you know, get inside this stuff and put it on my instrument. Moving forward, more and more, I like to actually taking these you know, non-Western melodies and modes and stacking them in a Western way into chords.
All right.
So my new CD is going to be about that.
When is it coming out?
In September.
Oh, okay.
Right. It's going to be called Planet Micro Jam. And Berkeley is so excited about those ideas. They want me to start a Planet Micro Jam Institute.
That's great. That's great.
And do it with students. And another thing I'm excited about, well, two things, is playing with Rudresh Mahantapa. He's a saxophone player of Indian descent, and he incorporates a lot of that into his playing. And playing with Jack DeJohnette, who played with Miles Davis in the 70s.
Yeah. Right.
So
that's a big project.
These are some great things that are really exciting.
Is that going to happen at any time, like any set time that we can look forward to, or?
Stateside is rough, but in April I'm gigging with Rudresh. Rudresh is actually also playing with Jack DeJohnette, but that's going to be in Australia and Europe this year. There are some U.S. dates, but U.S. dates, but playing here is
Okay, can we ask about that a little bit? Because you've been, I guess, in Boston and New York. You were in New York earlier, right? Based.
Yeah.
How do you feel about New York right now? Playing shows like shows like this.
I don't really know what's going on, to be perfectly honest. And I see a lot of people coming to Berkeley from New York to teach. And one of the things I say, is, I mean, the reason why they're doing it because there's a lot of kids try out.
Where did it go? Like, are they in Berlin? Are they in Germany? Are they in Europe? Or are they in
I don't know. San Fran, I used to be with Ibanez, the guitar company.
Yeah.
And when the new president started, they specifically said, our biggest competitors are not other guitar companies, but it's like sports and the computer.
Yeah, the computer's a big. I mean,
so it would actually be great if these gigs were outsourced.
Yeah.
At least that somebody's playing. But I have a feeling these gigs are ending, which is really not a good thing.
It's a bad thing, really bad thing.
On the other hand, what somebody said that's very interesting. In times like these, though, when it really looks,
bleak,
yeah. There's always somebody doing something that's going to be the next amazing thing, and it's just music is never going to go away, but it's just going to be in different ways.
Finding it in different places.
The whole internet thing, it needs to be somehow, I don't know, standardized in a way, not in a way where corporations have control, but in a way where hopefully musicians can, we can see a few dollars.
That would be nice.
And keep on going. And there'll always be clubs, but they may be, I don't know, further outside of New York. New York's becoming very expensive.
I think it's already there. I think it's a lot of places outside New York already.
I mean, when I moved to New York in '89, I said, hey, what about doing a gig in Brooklyn? People laughed. They're like, nobody plays in Brooklyn. Now that's like almost...
It's the opposite now.
It's going to,
Really?
It's going to move, hopefully not too far.
Yeah. Connecticut, maybe.
Anyway, in 30 years, this will all be underwater.
Maybe. It's probably not halfway there, yeah. That's cool. Good.
And how do you feel about America as a musician? About Mr. Obama and the whole thing now in Egypt?
I don't really like the term America because I don't know why one American country has the rights to this term. It's kind of funny for me to begin with.
South America,
Central America. Last time I checked, Canadians and Mexicans were Americans.
They count.
Yeah. I love my country. There's so many great things happening here. I just think this country is kind of going at 30%. This could be the most amazing place in the world. And, just need to lose the negativity. I like Obama's stance of, not necessarily being apologetic, but, being, I mean, with other presidents, it was like, it's basically my way or the highway.
It's been like that for a few years, yeah.
Yeah, so Obama's, he's a breath of fresh air. How much he can do, I mean, with all due respect, I think he kind of missed out in that first year. Yeah. He tried to do too much. And, I'm sorry, it's dirty. It's bloody. You need to go in there, and he should have, knocked out healthcare and or the economy. He'd be in much better shape now. Yeah. I think he was trying to please too many people, and I don't know how much he can do. I mean...
He got hit with the economy hard, I think. Immigration was another thing done.
He inherited a lot of garbage. I mean, come on. Yeah. You got to give the guy a break.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Sounds
Is there
good.
anything you'd like to tell? DooBeeDooBeeDoo.
How about this? Do you guys ever have any guest vocalists or any kind of vocal elements to what you're doing now? Or is it mostly always instruments?
Well, this kind of Eastern groove thing, if there are people who want and can do it, sure.
Okay. Have you had any in the past, playing shows earlier?
I mean, I did something in Europe and Dr. Youssef sat in, You know him?
I don't know him personally.
Great oud and singer from Tunisia, actually.
Yeah.
I
he may know him.
I hope his family is safe.
Yeah, Tunisia, Egypt, yeah. It's all right now.
Okay, so
that's
okay.
Good.
Thanks, Dave, for the time and so.
All right.
So much.
Appreciate
Thank you very much.
Yeah, appreciate it.